But the frigid pall of winter is a way of life in Green Bay, and droves of Packer fans poured into Lambeau Stadium hours before game time. Most went through the turnstiles with their tickets tightly clenched in frozen hands. Others took a more unorthodox approach. Inside, the crowd resembled a multi-headed dragon as they huddled, shivered, and patiently awaited their beloved Packers. Dressed in the bright costumes of winter, Packer loyalists came well prepared to face the elements, as did the players, whose eerie appearance matched that of the fans. By game time, the temperature had warmed up to 13 below, and the players had to combat both the piercing chill and ice-glazed turf of Lambeau Stadium. Even on the bench, the intense cold found them. Herded into bleak dugouts, the players waited grimly until it was time to return to the wars. But professional football players are a special breed. Men who manage to disdain and overcome the conditions that visibly affect their play. Conditions that would cause a receiver to drop a perfect pass or fumble a wind-blown punt. Timing and execution is crucial even under ideal circumstances, and at times the slippery field betrayed both teams. On defense, maneuvering was hazardous, and late in the game, defenders would gladly have traded in their cleats for ice skates. The receivers also found the footing treacherous. Changing direction was difficult, and coming back from a badly directed pass, impossible. The player the conditions most affected was Cowboy receiver Bob Hayes, pro football's fastest player. Buffeted by both a tough Packer defense and the weather, Hayes turned into the world's coldest human. The stage was set. Conditions would dictate the strategy, but it would be the players who would decide the final outcome in pro football's coldest war. It was a dismal, discouraging day for Tom Landry until late in the second quarter. His offense still remained impotent and lackluster, but the slumbering Cowboy defense became aroused and began to seek out Starr and destroy him. Cowboys, not the Packers, who made the brilliant individual plays and began to resemble the 11 men called the Doomsday Defense. Suddenly, the polished Packer offensive machine ground to a halt. The constant pressure forced the fumble from the usually imperturbable Starr, whose first error was converted into a touchdown by the Dallas defense. After nearly 25 minutes of play, there was finally something to cheer about for Dallas. On one startling maneuver, Dallas trailed by only a touchdown.